Hello, Standard 10, your Arun sir, and going to discuss chapter 11, sense organ, and it is part 2. Dear children, in part 1, what we have discussed? We discussed different types of sense organs, means about the 5 sense organ, about the receptor, that these sense organ contain the receptor, different types of receptor. Okay, and we discussed about the first sense organ, that is the eyes, and eyes contain photoreceptor, that we have discussed, about the orbits or the sockets in which our eyes are located. Okay, next about the eyelids, about the eyebrows, and we were discussing about the tear glands. Now, dear children, try to understand tear glands. Okay, what is the location of the tear gland? We have discussed. Suppose this is our eyes. Okay, this is the eyebrow. The tear gland is located here. It is the tear gland. Okay, and tear ducts or lacrimal sacs or lacrimal glands. Tear gland is also called as lacrimal gland, and duct is here. Here is the duct of tear gland or lacrimal gland. Now, here you can see one type of tube is here. This is lacrimal sac. Lacrimal sac. And this one is nasolacrimal duct. Now, we have discussed about the tear gland, the lacrimal sac, and the function of the tear, that how it is beneficial for us. And we have also discussed that tears comes in our eyes only during 2 things: either by irritation, any type of irritation occurs in our eyes will be filled with water or tear, or during emotion. Okay, any type of emotion, the tears come in our eyes. So, function of tear we have discussed in detail. Now, one thing I have to discuss that is very important. Sometime if you will put eye drops in your ear, it may reach to your nose or even throat. Taste आने लगेगा. If you are putting drop in eye, you can find the taste. How it is possible? See here. This will be drained to the lacrimal sac, and through the nasolacrimal duct, it will reach to the naso means nose, and even to the throat. So, sometime drops put in eyes goes to the nose and throat. Very clear or not? So, this part is clear. That is a give reason question. You must learn it. Next. One I have to discuss conjunctiva. So, what is conjunctiva? I have told you that shape of our eye is spherical, and from all sides a protective covering, a transparent layer, is there, and that transparent layer is called as conjunctiva. Means our eyes are protected by a transparent layer, and that transparent layer is called as conjunctiva. Over cornea, it is made up of single epithelial test. Cornea means this black part. In our eyes, black part you can see, colored part you can see. Over that, it is transparent, made up of single epithelial tissue. And due to viral infection, sometime due to viral infection, this conjunctiva becomes red. Okay, we say the disease red eye. But red eyes is not a biological term. The biological term is conjunctivitis. Means red eyes. When our conjunctiva, the outer layer of the eye, is infected by virus, if there is viral infection, then it becomes red, and the disease called as conjunctivitis or red eyes takes place. So this part is clear. Now, what things we discussed? We discussed sockets, or the part where our eyes are located. We discussed about the eyebrows, tear gland, conjunctiva. All are protective in nature. Their function is to protect the eye. We haven't reached the eyes now. These are the protective parts of the eyes. Now let us reach to the eye. Okay. There are 3 layers in our eyes. Our eyes are spherical in shape. Three layers are there. And those 3 layers are, first layer is the sclerotic layer. Sclerotic or sclera. Second layer is the choroid layer. And third layer is the retina. Try to understand. Our eyes are spherical in shape, and 3 layers are there in our eyes. The outer layer is the sclerotic layer or the sclera. The middle layer is the choroid layer, and inner layer is the retina. Have you heard these words? Retina you must have heard. Okay. So 3 layers are there in our eyes. Coming to the first layer, outer covering. After conjunctiva is the protective outer covering. After conjunctiva is the sclerotic layer or sclera. Now, suppose this is our eyes. 3 layers are there. The outer layer is the sclerotic layer or sclera. Very clear? Now, outer layer, sclerotic layer or sclera, tough. It is tough, white, made up of fibrous tissue. Okay, it is made up of tough, fibrous tissue. It is white in color, okay, and bulges. Suppose this is our eyes, as it will come in front, it will bulge, बाहर निकल जाएगा, it will bulge out, okay, and bulges and colored part, that is called the cornea. Try to understand. It is tough fibrous tissue, white in color, okay, visible through the conjunctiva, means after conjunctiva, this white part, is it visible in my eyes, the white part? That is what? Sclerotic layer or sclera. The white part, just by the side of the black part, that is sclerotic layer or sclera. Okay, and sclera we have understood, and here the white part which is both the side of the black part, that is called as cornea. What that is called? Cornea. Very clear. And means the sclerotic layer which is in front of our eye covers the dark part, that is white in color, is the cornea. And dear children, sometimes this cornea may become non-functional, opaque or non-functional. The person will become blind, unable to see. Very clear or not? Where it covers the colored part. Where it covers the colored part. Once more try to understand. This is our eyes and this is the colored part. And it covers the colored part. Where it covers, this is white in color. Here it is transparent. Again it is white. This transparent part is called as cornea. Not the black one. Not the black one. The black one is covered by a transparent part, sclera, and that is cornea. And if this cornea becomes opaque or non-functional, it is transparent. If it will become opaque, then we will be unable to see. Once more try to understand. This black part, are you seeing? On black part, one transparent layer is there. And that layer, both sides is white in color. And when it covers the dark part, it becomes transparent. That is the cornea. And sometimes cornea becomes okay. Cornea becomes non-functional or opaque and the person becomes blind. Okay. Do you know? We can donate our eyes. Eye donation means what? Eye donation means what? After death, these eyes remain alive for 4 hours. After death, these eyes remain alive for 4 hours. And if you have donated your eyes, after your death, after the death of a person, the doctor will come and this eye's cornea part will be taken. And this cornea can be grafted in a blind person. And the blind person will be able to see everything. And within 4 hours, after death, within 4 hours, this is taken out by the doctor. And it can be kept for 40 hours in a suitable medium, germ-free suitable medium, or in plasma. It can be kept for 40 hours. Within 4 hours after the death, it must be taken and it can be kept in laboratory in plasma or suitable medium for 40 hours and it can be grafted to a blind person. And in our country, AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Science, AIIMS, developed such type of technique that from one cornea, 3 layers can be taken and 3 blind person, in 3 blind person it can be grafted. So donation of one eye means 3 blind person can get eyes. Understood? And we must donate our eyes so that after our death the other blind person can see this beautiful world. Very clear or not? In eye donation, which part is taken? After death it remains alive for 4 hours, it can be kept for 40 hours and it can be grafted to a blind person. And which part? Cornea. Cornea is which part? Outer layer which covers the dark part of our eyes. There it is transparent and on the side it is white in color. It is made up of tough fibrous tissue. Next layer. Second layer is the choroid layer. Choroid layer or middle layer. Outer is cornea. This one is choroid sclera. After sclera, choroid. And inner is retina. Now coming to choroid layer. This is richly supplied with blood. If it is richly supplied with blood, it means it provides nutrition to the tissues, to the cells. It is richly supplied with blood. Okay. Now it contains a dark pigment, black dark pigment and melanin which is present in our skin, hair. That black dark colored pigment is present in the middle layer of the eye, choroid layer also. And what is the function of choroid layer? It is dark in color, black in color. Naturally it is related to the light, prevents reflection of light, and scattering of light. The light which is entering in our eyes is stopped from reflection and scattering. So this is the function. And in front it forms ciliary, expands to form. In front expands to form ciliary body or a type of circular muscle And what is the function of this ciliary body or the circular muscle? It alters the shape of our eye lens. Sometimes it is widened, sometimes it is constricted, and that is done by a muscle, and that muscle is the ciliary muscle, which is circular in shape, and ciliary muscle is the part of choroid layer. Choroid layer, when it comes in front, it forms ciliary muscle which alters the shape of the eye lens. So this part is clear. Now you can see this eye, black part, the dark part, in which your image is formed. You can be seen in my eyes. That part is iris. Okay. Iris is also extension of choroid layer. iris. What is iris? Extension of choroid layer. It is extension of choroid layer where your face is visible. Okay. And it is also called circular opening in the center. You can see circular opening in the center, and that circular opening in the center is called as pupil. Circular opening in the center. Okay, choroid layer. This iris is the extension of the choroid layer. Black part is the iris, and between the iris, pupil is there, very clear, and it adjusts the amount of light which enters in our eyes. Very clear or not? So, 2 layers we have discussed. The 3 layers of eyes are choroid layer, sclerotic layer which we have discussed, and retina we will discuss in the next video, which is the innermost layer. Very clear today up to this much. In the next video we will discuss the rest part of our eyes. Thank you very much.